Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWR Today, Friday morning, the end of the week. I almost said July-th or Juneth, June 11th, 2021. The man they call Meathead with the recovering Linda Kay. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning. Hey, you can understand me now. I'm back to sounding like a lady.
I can hear clearly now. The cough is gone. Well, not all the way.
But the voice is back. Perhaps the rasp isn't quite there like it was. I mean, it's still kind of there, but I'm
a little squeaky there. Yeah, nice.
A little bit. Yeah, but again, I'm back on a Friday again. TGIF once again.
We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's not even play games. Who's our sponsor? And let's get into the news right after that. So tell us who sponsors us.
Collar and Elbow, where you can find the latest and greatest in wrestling street fashions. You know, Meathead, we have another GLCW show this Sunday, and I've got my Collar and Elbow t-shirt lined up already, ready to go to unveil. I've never worn this one, so you're going to have to look on social media and see which one I unveil. However, everyone, make sure to go to collarandelbowbrand.com. Check out the spring/summer sale and just the new items coming up. It is going to be a good brothers summer. You're going to see some new items right there, some tank tops, and save yourself a little extra moolah. Use promo code LindaK. That's LINDAKAY to save yourself 10% off your order.
Hey, I got a question. When is that White Castle? Have you talked to Uncle Al? When is my White Castle collar and elbow shirt coming?
You know, I'm not going to lie. We didn't quite get into that conversation last time I was down in the Ville. I know. Sorry to disappoint. However,
we've got a month and change away from White Castle Day, and I need my shirt.
Okay, well.
They've already got White Castle tennis shoes out there. I need the T-shirt.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, to benefit your ears, you'll be glad to hear I'll be back in Louisville later this month for OVW's Saturday night special, Chained Carnage. So, Chained Carnage, let me rephrase that. Chained Carnage, last Saturday of the month. I'll make sure to talk to Uncle Al for you.
There you go. I'm just asking. Hey, man, nice and easy. I saw, Power Bomb, PWR. PWR Bomb had the Office T-shirt that I loved. The Dunder Mifflin T-shirt. Let's get that White Castle shirt going, brother. I want my White Castle. All right.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of news to talk about. First off, let's talk about the kind of big story that popped on Impact Wrestling last night. The show opened on Impact with Scott D'Amore introducing Tony Khan into the ring. Tony Khan and Scott welcomed Don Callis into the ring. Apparently, Kenny Omega's match with Moose will be happening at Dailey's place this coming Saturday. That's kind of a big deal. He'll be defending the Impact Championship at Dailey's place on AEW territory.
Yeah, absolutely. That's huge news. I mean, kind of surprising in that Impact is having their special against all odds tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, that's the one with Jeff Bridges and James Woods, right?
Yeah, with Phil Collins.
Right.
Music.
Take a look at me now.
It's just an empty space.
That's right.
Literally. Maybe that's why it's going to take place down at AEW. But yeah, I mean, that's great news to hear. We're going to get some movement with that Impact title. It's all surprising, though, that it wouldn't be on Impact's home turf, given the Saturday night special event, pay-per-view, etc. I don't know. Should be interesting to see what would happen with that and it taking place down at Dailey's. I mean, could we see some shenanigans? That's what I anticipate. I don't see a change happening, but shenanigans indeed.
Yeah, and it's going to be kind of like WrestleMania 2 all over again. Against All Odds is going to be on the Impact Plus app, but the match, Moose and Omega, will happen at Dailey's place. So, honestly, I mean, if I'm going to really be upfront here, why is Impact Wrestling not saying, hey, can we run our shows at Dailey's place until we get back out on the road again? Why was that not a thing?
That's a really great point. Yeah. I mean, considering their relationship,
right?
They can do title matches, bringing in AEW stipulations taking place. Yeah.
All they would have to do is bring down their banners, bring down their signage. I mean, the ring, the building is all there already.
Yeah, it would be nice to have more of that fan or talent interaction take place more for the Impact matches. So that's a really great point.
So that's what's going to happen. Kind of like WrestleMania 2, where they have matches in different buildings. Mm-hmm. We are going to have Omega and Moose for the Impact Championship this Saturday live at Dailey's place.
Maybe that's the match to test the waters, if you will.
Yeah. I mean, because Impact has said they're going to be hitting the road very soon, too, and they're going to start having fans back in the Impact zone. So,
awesome.
Well, let's talk about Dynamite coming up tonight as well. Here's what we've got so far. We've got the AEW TNT Championship being defended. Miro will go up against the Dark Order's Evil Uno, number 1, Evil Uno. The Young Bucks and Brandon Cutler in a 6-man tag against Pac, whatever we're calling them today, Penta, El Zero Miedo, and Eddie Kingston. Brian Cage and Powerhouse Hobbs, the FTW champion Brian Cage, against Hangman Adam Page and the Dark Order's number 10. Christian Cage, the Captain Charisma one, versus Angelico. Don Callis and Kenny Omega will expose the AEW World Title conspiracy, which I believe has a lot to do with, Kenny Omega being able to defend his belt on the home field advantage. And then finally, Cody Rhodes has a special announcement. I think it's related to the Young Bucks and Brandon Cutler match. I think there's going to be a trios belt that's coming out.
Yeah, I know we've been talking about that on the program. I too believe that'll be that big announcement by Cody Rhodes. But can we get back to how excited I am that there will be a Page match?
Yeah.
On Dynamite tonight?
We're getting to what we need. Like I said, why are we living in this world if we're not getting Cage and Page versus Page and Cage with Diamond Dallas Page as a special outside ring enforcer and the ring announcer Page from WWE?
Exactly. You got to involve every Page. There's got to be more.
Matter of fact, you know who's going to play the opening theme music for the good guys and the bad guys? Bob Seger and Metallica. They're going to turn the page.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. Well, I have been. Today's Friday. All right. So, Miro, I don't see losing this against Evil Uno. I think this is just a continuation of Miro blowing through. Sadly for Pac, Penta, Zero Miedo, and Eddie Kingston, I think the Young Bucks run through, even though Brandon Cutler will do his best to help them lose the match. And Hangman Adam Page and Dark Order's 10, I think they beat Brian Cage and Powerhouse Hobbs due to interference from the rest of Team Taz. Now, you had a thought about Team Taz and Brian Cage.
Yeah. A couple weeks leading up to now, we've seen a little bit of a dissension between Brian Cage. I almost said Page. Wait, Brian.
It's Cage.
Thank you. And the rest of Team Taz, I thought by now, or at least at Double or Nothing, that we would have seen a split from Brian Cage. It just seemed like it was going that way, and I was kind of hoping it still was gonna, just because it was teased to us. Perhaps it can still happen, but right now it doesn't seem like it, considering he's being tagged with Powerhouse Hobbs in this match. So I don't know. Perhaps it might be down the line.
Well, down the line, and by down the line I mean 2 days away, let's tease NXT's In Your House Takeover 2021. Linda, before we get into Takeover, a match that was added this Wednesday, that's part of the pay-per-view this Sunday, I want to know, Matthew and I already broke it down and told you everything that we enjoyed about it. I want to know how you feel about the new title being introduced in NXT and the new stipulation match being added.
Well, I feel elated. I know we talked about it, we speculated about it, and it came to fruition when we saw the $1 million belt re-unveiled. I was saying veiled, but re-unveiled? Is that the right word?
Yeah, reintroduced, maybe.
Reintroduced, thank you. And possibly introduced to a much wider audience that may not have known much about that title or about $1 Million Man himself. So, number one, I think NXT's done a really great job bringing Ted DiBiase back into the scene and reintroducing him to a crowd that may not know much about him and his legacy with WWF, WWE. However, not only did we get that belt, let's rewind a second here. The surprise of the golden ladder.
That's right.
And I know you guys talked about how well it was hidden. Yeah, did not expect that to come undone. I'm like, I was thinking that LA Knight and Cameron Grimes to the moon.
To the moon.
You're going to indeed battle for the newly unveiled $1 Million belt, but no clue, no idea there'd be an actual ladder to climb the ladder to get to that title. And I thought the way they brought it down, the way it was presented was absolutely perfect. I thought the vignettes leading up, hilarious.
Yes.
And just the way that they arrived to the NXT studios or to the CWC.
CWC,
at the same time, just chattering back and forth with one another, not fighting, just trying to one up one another, all the way to the ring with Ted DiBiase himself. And I loved just their shock and awe in the.
To be honest, I've rewatched it twice already because we talked about it again, but we're just kind of redoing it again. Cameron Grimes got the better lines. Like if you're in a commercial with somebody else, I keep thinking about any given Sunday where Kurt Russell. I can't think of the dude's name, but Jamie Foxx and the other quarterback were talking to each other. I'm like, why did you let him have that line? He had the better line. Cameron Grimes got the best lines. But Mr. DiBiase, what am I climbing for? What am I reaching for? Oh my God, it was gold. It was 10 out of 10. It was absolute gold.
Yeah, and he was from the whole time one up, with the exception of when LA Knight got to the stage before Cameron Grimes did. He definitely went up to him in the ring. That sheer passion, you're really, really hurting from him. And even LA Knight just staring wide-eyed because like, oh shit, oh shoot, excuse me, what am I going to say next? It lined up perfectly. We got to hear the music. Ted DiBiase laughing. Oh, both songs. I was thinking more money. But To the Moon, yeah, absolutely. Everything was tremendous. That's definitely the match to see this Sunday in your house.
Matthew Thomas said he wanted it to be the main event. I said, that's not going to happen. There's a 5-way match. But to be completely honest, that may be the semi-main. Let's go down the pay-per-view and let's talk about it. It's going to start off with Mercedes Martinez versus Zia Lee. Zia Lee, the mysterious one with the chair and the rest of the people there. Your thoughts on Mercedes Martinez and Zia Lee?
I think, we had this rebuilding of Zia Lee and Tian. I don't know the woman in the chair.
I wasn't going to try pronouncing it.
Tian something.
You got a Polish name? I'll do it. That one I'm not too.
I think this one's got to go to Zia Lee just because this is the first time I think that she's getting a pay-per-view match, if I can recall. Right. And it was teased even weeks ago that Tian Lee, was gonna make an in-ring debut, I thought, but then it didn't happen. So the smoke kind of settled, if you will, with that whole storyline, just because they haven't been on TV as much. They're bringing back Zia Lee in this whole new storyline with Mercedes Martinez, who just, was part of this huge feud at the current champion, Raquel Gonzalez. So I think this will benefit both ladies, just getting them a little bit more time in the limelight, in the spotlight. But I think this one's going to go to Zia Lee just because we got to find out what the end game is, or we find out more about Tian because she's just been in that chair. She's got to be in the ring at some point, right?
Yeah, and Mercedes Martinez, she was in Retribution. Retribution is technically gone now, but she brought it back to NXT. I have had a hard time, and this is nothing against the talents, but I had a hard time, differentiating between Raquel Gonzalez and Mercedes Martinez. Now I know the difference, but when they first launched, I thought they were very similar.
Yeah, I know that. Well, Mercedes Martinez, her in-ring time, obviously, she's said it many times, much longer than Raquel Gonzalez, and she's got the tattoos.
Yeah. All right. Very unique match. The NXT North American Champion Bronson Reed and the NXT Tag Team Champions MSK will take on the team of Legado del Fantasma, and the winner will take all the belts. The winner takes the all 6-man tag. So that means if Legado del Fantasma wins, Santos Escobar is the North American champion, and then I'm failing on their names. I'm so sorry. Yeah, say them.
Joaquin Wilde and
Joaquin Wilde and I don't remember Joaquin Wilde because it's DJ Z.
Yeah. Raul.
Yeah, Raul Mendoza.
I believe so.
Maybe I failed us. I failed us so bad. Raul Mendoza is correct, but I mean, again, I love Joaquin Wilde. DJZ. I do miss him. I mean, not that I miss the person, I miss the character because the character just made me laugh. So
Not
I
many
miss
people may know that either. Just
what's
by
that?
the way,
Yeah.
not many people may have known DJ Zima Iron in the TNA days.
Yeah. Now, was he? No, he wasn't the GLCW champion. It was Robbie E. was a GLCW champion.
Right. But we had Zima Iron here for Blizzard Brawl.
Yeah. For some reason, I was getting those two confused because they were a team for a while, weren't they? Robbie E. and DJZ?
I believe so, yeah.
In Impact? Yeah. All right, let's talk a little bit more about the paper.
Oh, the match itself? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, let's talk about the pay-per-view match itself. Bronson Reed and MSK taking on the team of Legado del Fantasma. Who do you got?
Gosh, I really want to say Legado del Fantasma will come away with this one just as shock and awe factor because Bronson, I mean, he was newly crowned North American champion.
Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
I know, but things can happen. So remember when Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai were the first ever women's or NXT women's tag team champions?
Yeah.
Lost it that night. Okay. So I say Bronson Reed, a favorite. I feel that he deserves that championship a bit longer. However, we can continue that program with him. And, oh God, now I'm failing us.
Legado del Fantasma. It was Joaquin Wilde, Raul Mendoza, and Santos Escobar. And that time I wasn't reading off the screen.
Thank you. I think they can have a program that can continue beyond In Your House this weekend. But I feel that putting the straps back on the threesome known as Legado del Fantasma just would be huge. I think that there's more to be told for us to know more about MSK. I know they were Rascals, right?
The Young Rascals, yep.
Young Rascals, yes. But I just feel that they came into NXT quick, got the titles quick. I feel like we can learn a little bit more about them. Let's put the titles on someone we know more, Joaquin and Raul,
Right.
And continue the feud between Bronson and Santos.
I'm going to contradict you on that one. I'm going to say it goes to Bronson Reed and MSK, and the WWE draft is coming up within the next month or so. I'm going to say that Santos Escobar moves up to the big show.
Okay.
So I don't see it happening here. I see him laying down for Bronson Reed, and I see MSK continuing on as tag team champions. Just my thought.
Really?
So once they go on the road, I think they're going to switch up the brands again.
Really? Do you think? So I know we're kind of jumping a little bit ahead here. What about Adam Cole?
Baby.
Yes. If you're saying that Santos Escobar would be on the main roster,
I think Adam Cole would do fine on the big show. I don't think Kyle O'Reilly goes up.
Okay. Sorry, I was jumping ahead. You just put a thought in my head. I didn't think
both of them. I don't think both go. I think it's one or the other.
Gotcha.
And if they go to separate shows.
Right.
All right. Let's talk about Raquel Gonzalez and Ember Moon for the NXT Women's Championship.
I feel Raquel Gonzalez will retain. I think this was kind of put together, I don't want to say rushed, because, they had their feud, with the tag teams together. Mm-hmm. But I just still see something more with Raquel being the title holder. I think at some point down the line, it's going to come down to her and a friendship turn between her and Dakota Kai at some point. So I think Raquel's going to hold on to the title for quite a while. And I think when it does change hands for her, it might have to do with Dakota Kai.
Okay. So I feel that it's also Raquel Gonzalez, and I'm a big fan of Ember Moon. Ember Moon is one that's not talked about that was on the main roster for a while.
Yeah.
She was on Raw and then retired off of Raw and then came back to NXT.
And doing better than ever, I feel.
Doing better than ever, right. She's the second ever women's tag team champions.
Right.
All right. The match the main event is the main event. The match I want. The match I will be slobbering over. Because the team they call Meatheads has taken his team to the moon by picking up Cameron Grimes, who not only is now in a match, not only is now in a specialty match, he has an opportunity to win a title. I just walked into it right there. I think Cameron Grimes is the new $1 million champion.
I hope so as well. I'm definitely rooting for Cameron Grimes, but I heard you and Matthew talking about it. Matthew kind of presented the fact that Cameron Grimes may not need that title just because he's so over right now that maybe it might help benefit LA Knight a little bit more.
LA Knight needs a little bit of help. Again, he's working against that stupid name and that stupid song.
I don't think it's so bad.
It's terrible. Cameron Grimes has everything, and he has the talent. LA Knight got beat by Cameron Grimes on last Tuesday, excuse me. He got beat. He got beat on the microphone. He got beat in the showdown. He got beat. And LA Knight, I think, needs to... I understand yours and Matthew's maybe standing on it. I'm fanboying here. I'm going with Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, especially with him on the team they call Meatheads.
That's right.
However, what if, I know you guys brought it up, what if Virgil makes an appearance and interferes, and therefore causes Cameron Grimes to lose?
Oh, then I will not be inviting Virgil to Shenanigans 2022.
Because ladder matches are no DQ for the most
Correct.
part, right? Okay. Maybe Ted DiBiase himself. Oh. But you don't know who he may help. You know what? He's got to at least be at ringside for this, and he might just have something to do with the finish.
Maybe. Let's finish up this talk of NXT takeovers in your house. The champion, Karrion Kross, will now be in a 5-way match with Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, and Pete Dunne. I think that Karrion Kross owned William Regal in the ring on Tuesday night as well. I think Karrion Kross walks away with this title.
I think so too. I think making this a fatal 5-way match is just another way to show how strong, how dominating Karrion Kross is, and just to, put him on a higher pedestal as the NXT champion. I think it's a way to showcase. It's going to be a great match.
Do you think there's a point where all 4 of them jump on Karrion Kross?
Probably, yeah. I was just going to say, I know you guys talked about it again, but I loved how all 5 of them got to say their part at the end of NXT this past week. And I think it's probably going to come down to Karrion pitting Adam Cole. I just feel that's where that's going to go. I think he's going to win clean. And just like we touched on, I think this is a way for Adam Cole to now go on the main roster right after.
To the big show. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that is NXT Takeover in your house. On Twitter, we are PWR Draft 2021. We'll be tweeting throughout the show on Sunday. I will be letting you know how far ahead my team is while they're in first place. I will let you know of all of that. I did lose 25 points, Linda, by dropping notes. However, I think I'm going to make up for it in spades by becoming the new $1 million champion.
We'll see.
Yes, we will see. Hey, I got a quick question for you. And I know we should probably talk to Matthew about this because he's very close personal friends with Bobby Lashley, the Raw champion. Did you see the promo poster for Hell in a Cell coming up next week Sunday? With Bobby holding his hands? Yeah, not just the shades. Who did that to Bobby's hands? Seriously, it looks like he hasn't had lotion in a week. Look at his hands.
I'll have to look next time. I noticed the shades, but I didn't notice the hands.
Yeah, the shades are, that's the Bobby Lashley look. Bobby Lashley's, besides Roman Reigns now, Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre are the faces of the company right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought it when Bobby Lashley was going through Impact and doing his MMA fighting, but Bobby Lashley has really recovered and come back into WWE. Not only recovered, got past the little promos that he had, got past the Lana situation, got past the losing, and has become the man.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know we may have predicted another McIntyre-Lashley match, but with this one now being Hell in a Cell, that adds an extra element, and I am looking very forward to that match.
I am too. Well, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We got SmackDown and Dynamite tonight. We've got Kenny Omega and Moose live from Dailey's place tomorrow night on Against All Odds from Impact Wrestling. And then Sunday, NXT's In Your House, where the man they call Meathead becomes the $1 Million champion with Cameron Grimes. And we take our championship to the moon, Mr. DiBiase.
Absolutely. Don't forget, anybody in the Milwaukee area this Sunday before NXT In Your House, we've got a special Sunday afternoon show this Sunday, June 13th, 2:30 p.m. Yes.
I have an idea. Wow. I have an idea. Can you start a chant? To the moon, to the moon.
I mean, I possibly could.
Oof.
I'm the hostess with the mostest at this show.
There you go.
Yes. Thiensville Lions Fest, GLCW's, Brats, Beers, and Body Slams. We've got tons of stars there from GLCW, OVW.
OVW
truly, yeah, and yours truly on the mic. So check that out. It is free for general admission bleacher seating, but we've got limited ringside and rows 1. Well, of course, row 1, 2, and 3 ticks still available at blizzardbrawl.com. It's going to be a fun time. Festival rides, foods, drinks, and of course, wrestling.
Wrestling. Gotta have wrestling. Awesome. Well, I know the kid that wears the fanny pack is going to be in the house as well, and I'm excited to see that. So,
absolutely.
Linda
and we've got another hometown, well, close to hometown, but closer by you, from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, former WWE superstar Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle in the house. Nice. Hornswoggle coming down to the Thiensville. Nice. Mm-hmm. All right, that has been the week. It's been a lot of stuff. I am glad that we got that Grizzly Smith thing out of the way because that had to go. But we've got everything else. We got a big weekend of wrestling. We will talk to you Monday morning. Linda, I believe you're going to join us Monday morning. We're going to talk everything AEW, Impact, In Your House. We have so much to get going. So let's take this break. Let's get rested up. We'll talk GLCW as well. For Linda Kay, the man they call Meathead. Hey, thanks for stopping by. So long, everyone.